Good evening. Today, the Chinese Olympic Committee signed an agreement to establish a Wushu Federation in Namibia. Wushu is more commonly known as Kung Fu in Namibia. The NWF proudly serves as the official governing body for all Chinese martial arts in Namibia.
We wish the Olympic Day in Namibia will be very successful. As a Chinese ambassador in Namibia, I feel very happy to welcome Chinese sports delegation to come to Namibia. And this is the highest sports delegation since I worked in your country.
In other news, today the Olympic Committee of Namibia launched the official Olympic Days countdown leading to the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. Things will be done a little bit different this year as there will be a lot of public involvement. Various sport activities will be held in 6 towns and members of the public will have a chance to walk away with wristbands that have colors of the Olympic rings. Furthermore, the public will be given a chance to go to the Games in Brazil come 2016.
So the Olympic Day basically is for all the communities, people to come together and basically celebrate the spirit of sports, the value of sports, the value of people coming together, sharing issues, exchanging, educating and so on. So the primary objective of this day basically is to look into the Olympic values, which are addressing issues of friendship, culture, camaraderie, fair play, acceptance, excellence. All those elements are basically part of the Olympic values which we need to install in our people.
On to rugby. The rugby champions that won the 1B tournament are back home from Senegal, and their participation in the World Cup is still on track. The Namibian side still has to win the 1A tournament to progress to the playoffs, eventually qualifying for the World Cup for the 6th time. Bradley Basson from the Rugby Union urged the business community to invest in the Walvichas. Moving on to the soccer pitch. The Namibian Players Union has assembled a group of players that will play against Angolan side Petro Atletico tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the Independence Stadium. Looking at the Confederations Cup, Tahiti suffered a severe loss to Nigeria after the Super Eagles beat them 6-1. International experts have called for a need in quality control. Tahiti's goal was described as historic by experts as everything went bad after their own goal. Brazil will play against Mexico and Japan takes on Tahiti in tomorrow's matches. On the international front, while the global eye is on the FIFA 2014 World Cup in Brazil, big cities in Brazil have resorted to protests after they feel living costs have skyrocketed, leading to the World Cup next year. More and more essential commodities have become very expensive, and this fueled protests in big cities in Brazil. The BBC has more.
Hundreds of thousands on the streets, the biggest demonstrations in Brazil for 2 decades. The mood of what started as a peaceful gathering in Rio de Janeiro soon changed. Protesters threw rocks at police and set fire to the State Assembly building. The trigger, an increase in the price of bus fare in Sao Paulo.
It's not because 20 cents, it's not because of this thing about the bus and everything. We're here because we want to change Brazil. We are tired of so much corruption.
This is the first time I really see the people stand for what he believes. Even if the police comes to pull us back, we have fought and we won.
Protests grew in 11 cities. In the capital, Brasilia, the Congress building was stormed. The day had started peacefully. The imminent World Cup and Olympics are focus, many believing money could be redirected to health and education. Some banners even warned foreigners not to come to the World Cup because of the billions spent on stadiums.
I'm here because I want a better city to live, a better country to live. I think this country is not fair with its people.
As the eyes of the world turn to Brazil over the next few years, ministers have warned protesters they won't be allowed to disrupt the current Confederations Cup or next year's World Cup. Ben Moore, BBC News.
That's it from the sports news. Over to you, Strauss.
Thank you, Rochelle. After the break, we bring you the weather forecast straight from the Windhoek Met office.